Tom and Eric at Haven Gallery. I actually found their work right when I was opening Haven about 5 years ago. And the second I saw it, it actually gave me goosebumps. And I knew I had to find a way to get them into Austin and into my gallery. We're about to unveil the Winter Twilight Kimono. This is the second in a series of seasonal kimonos. The first one was the Autumn Sunset, which was revealed last year. And they all are incredibly beautiful, and I'm so proud to have it in my gallery. So I honestly cannot make words that describe it well enough, so I will let you look at it and enjoy. Yes, no problem.
Like Mindy said, this is the second in a series of 4 kimonos, and what we are doing is we're doing one kimono for each season and each time of day. So we started with the Autumn Sunset, and this one is Winter Twilight. So this is moving from sunset into midnight. So you see the on the back and front we have 2 different scenes. You see the twilight, so you see here moving from sunset into the twilight, nighttime. We're also moving from autumn into winter, so the landscape is such that, you know, it's beginning to get colder, it's beginning to get more snowy. The back focuses on this Emerald Lake scene in wintertime, and we have the moon. And then on the front side, we have a very nice winter wonder landscape of the mountains with the twilight shining and exposing the mountaintops.
On both sides, they both line up with the Autumn Sunset kimono, which was the first one. And we planned them all to line up, all 4 of them. So we have a little bit of the colors. They both read from left to right. So on the front, some of the sunset colors start here and go into the wintry scene, and the same on the back. She starts here with a little bit of the sunset colors and coming into the winter here. And so the Spring Dawn, which will be the next one we debut, will have a little bit of the winter colors on both sides starting to blend in. So we save some of the glass that we make on these ends so that we can transition into the next kimono. The obi bow, we wanted it to be very authentic looking. That's always very important and traditional in the kimonos, is having the really elaborate bow. And this was the end of our origami series, so we wanted the bow itself to look as though it was sort of folded paper, and sort of like some people looks like a butterfly. But we wanted it to be very strong and very bold, and that it's actually a little bit different color palette than the rest of the kimono, so it actually looks like fabric that's been wrapped around her and tied into the bow. And the other thing that we wanted to do when we considered making the kimono series is, most kimonos are displayed flat. That's generally how they have a rod that they hung on, and they're always displayed from the back and open. And we thought, well, why don't we take our weave, which in some ways is impossible itself, and let's give the kimono some real life. And so we really wanted her to feel like, or for you to get the feeling that there's actually someone inhabiting her. And so we really wanted to give her shape and form and figure out how we could make all the pieces fit together so that she would look sort of lifelike.
One thing that Tom and I do is we spend a lot of time on making the colors of the glass. So when you go up close to the kimono, you'll see different things that we do with glass powders and reactions with silver leaf to get a real nice effect. We've worked with the glass to make nice little trees and different kinds of effects that look like snow and look like the snow falling down. We use a lot of dichroic glass. You'll notice on the front of the kimono, it's very sparkling. And we feel like we've created these unique colors that you don't often see in glass.
And we should note that we did have an apprentice this summer that helped us with the trees, and it's my mother, and she's here in the audience. You also know my aunt, one of her favorite insects is the dragonfly, and she said earlier in the year, why don't you make a dragonfly? So there he is. So we just wanted a little bit of a surprise. We experimented with something new. We're always trying to do something unusual and to create a little bit more, intrigue in what we do. We don't like to overdo it, but we do like but we do like to do a few little subtle things every now and again. And this thing we really liked, so we wanted to show you something this was the first time we'd ever incorporated something like this in our sculpture, and we're just making sure everybody is in position. We're going to turn the lights off, mostly, so stand still and don't, bump into anything. Be aware of where you are, and then we're going to turn the kimono around. So this side of the room is actually going to might get a reaction first. We'll certainly turn the kimono around so that you all can see as well. So we just wanted something that, whoever owns the kimono can, even when in the evening, after she's been, lit all day and has all this, spectacular light on her, and that even as the light goes down, that there's still something that sort of reminds you that she's in the room. So can we have the lights brought down, please? So she has a blue moon that you can only see at night. So we're going to spin her so that everyone here can see.